Welcome back, folks. Got our man, Mr. Basil Chapman. We are talking markets, and as you come over to our website at TFNN, folks, what you're going to see right in the front page, you're going to see featured content. Our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, is going to be doing a subscriber event. This is a week from today. And what this is going to be all about is what's next in the marketplace, live with Mr. Basil Chapman. He's going to be talking about after the October 4th sell signal in the Chapman wave, what is next for the market, what sectors are likely to rally, and which needs more time. Now, the way these subscriber events work, folks, is this. You can come to the event, you can come over, check out Basil's newsletter. As you hit that, you're going to see subscribe. Basil's newsletter is either a month, 6 months, a year. All have a 30-day money-back guarantee. So the bottom line, you have nothing to lose, everything to gain. You get the newsletter, you get a 30-day money-back guarantee. You can be into the workshop next Tuesday night from 5 to 6:30. So what are we going to be talking there, Basil?
So there are a couple of things that are really important. First of all, for about, it must be quite a few months now, I've been talking about when people called in and we're looking at the market, I said, this is not a bad time to be raising cash because there are going to be many sectors that come down sharply, and the sectors that lasted the longest on the upside are probably going to take the deepest hit and probably last quite a while in the retracements. You saw that Amazon has been pulling back very sharply. Google, Apple, the FANG stocks have really been taken to the cleaners for the very first time in this period. So that says to me that maybe now you've got to be a lot more selective about that particular group because other things are going on. These are world events, for instance, Apple, we don't know what's going on with taxes, etc. So maybe now it's time to be looking at other sectors as well as other specific stocks. So that's what we'll be looking for, number one. Number two is looking at the potential for the next series of indications that say this is the sector that's starting to show good relative strength as the market's been pulling back. It's had its decline, it's had its time, it's had its price. Now it's probably ready for at least an attempt to move higher. So what we do very often, and if anyone remembers back in April when I did my webinar, that's when we went long the dollar. So there are many situations where we start preparing for something that might turn out, you never know, but it might turn out to be a daily buy signal that goes to weekly, and now we've got a monthly buy signal in the dollar. So that's how I'm going to be looking at it. The other thing is, when you look at, just to take the Dow, for instance, you can see in this middle chart, the high of January was at 26,616, and it drops about 25, let's call it 2,500 points, and then it has that big rally, and it goes from 23,360, it makes an arch formation, comes back and retests the 23,344 level. Then it starts a bigger move, makes a nominal new high at 26,951. And what is the distance? What is the price that has declined? It's gone $2,829 to the downside, close to where it was. So now we have to say, okay, is this a series of higher highs and higher lows? What I'll be saying, we'll be going and looking at, because we'll have monthly candles to start comparing exactly what's going on, we'll be able to say, the Dow, these are the specific levels to watch. If it goes under that, that's very bad. If it holds it, that's good. And on the upside, if it breaks to the upside, that's a very significant break. And we'll be going through the Dow, the S&P, the QQQ, the Index 100, the IWM. We'll be going through the different sectors as well. XLK, that's the tech sector. And most importantly, the semiconductor sector, and saying, where will they be ready? And of course, you spoke about the financials. The financials have just not been doing very well. My question will be, and we'll try to answer that, are they going to be part of this next big move to the upside when it occurs? And my suspicion is that the financials really need to be, otherwise it's not going to be all that successful. So it's very specific in saying, these are the levels to watch. This is where we've come. Now we can start slowly putting some cash back to work. Might maybe start small positions, then add at certain points. So it's very, very specific, and I think it's very timely because we've already had a pretty significant pullback. Now we're looking at this. If you look at the daily chart, you see this H pattern, this arch formation, could have another little arch formation, and then do some retesting. So this is very important time-wise. And we will, because it's the first week of December, we'll have the November candles all done. And if you look
which is pretty cool, right?
I mean, if you look at the QQQ, QQQ 1, 2, 3, there it is. Look at this monthly candle. This is the second big red candle. Now we know that very often the last week of a month, actually the last few days of a month, you can get a fabulous rally. And of course you've got G20 negotiations. You've got a lot going on this weekend. So the candle close on Monday is going to be really important to be able to assess parameters for the coming 2 months to 3 months, and exactly what levels to watch for support.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's plenty of traders looking for Santa Claus, right?
Well, that's the tradition. Now, we've done some things that are kind of untraditional so far this year. Didn't even get that Thanksgiving rally. We'll see what happens. But, yeah, we are oversold. And, yep, there could be a little bounce. But I think when you look at, Amazon takes in from every source, Amazon, and look at the Amazon chart, 2050.50 all-time high back in September. And it goes down to just a few days ago, the 1400 level. Yeah, that's a lot of work to be done. And that's telling us, together with the RTH, which is the retail index, or you can go to the RTH. Look, the RTH also all the way from and look at the short period of time. It goes from the 112, I think that was 112, yeah, high of October the 1st, and now we're down at 100. These are big numbers for something like a retail sector.
Yes.
So this is going to be very important. Where do we close? I think we are oversold. Any excuse to have a bounce is right there. We're ready for something like that. What happens to the close on Monday, and how do we assess it, and what do we look at for the rest of the period going through December into January and starting the new year? It's going to be really important. And there are some sectors. Yep, sorry.
No, what's interesting is that I was reading that story about the 9 million fewer shoppers. You know what I mean? That's a big number, man. I mean, and I don't know, like I didn't do it because it seems like you always can get a deal. So it's like, okay, it just didn't even jump on. So I'm one of those 9 million because I know I did it. I think I did it last year. I'm not sure. I
was just looking. You're right. And here's the other thing. This is the first time that Amazon has actually had competition, because we've heard that Macy's, everyone, in fact, most of the big retailers have really developed a much better rapport in their online customer service.
I'd agree.
And I think that's going to make a little bit of a difference. In fact, I suspect that Amazon's going to come out with really good numbers, but nothing like it was. And that's going to set the stage for maybe the retailers will benefit a little bit. Yeah, you don't really want to see the brick and mortar buildings go out.
No,
I mean, what are we going to do?
You don't.
Turn them all into salons or something? I don't know what you're going to do with those buildings, but you need them.
Yeah, no, you do. And I can see that, because I think we're all getting used to, when you just mentioned Macy's, I was on Macy's site. I didn't order anything, but I was on Macy's site. I was on Walmart's site. So I did go to those sites. Didn't order anything, but.
So you were what we used to call it window shopping. I know what you call it, internet shopping.
Totally. At Filene's Basement in Jordan Marsh.
That's exactly right.
Totally. Listen, folks, come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to see it right under featured content. You can check out the opening call. 30-day money-back guarantee. You get in the workshop next Tuesday night. Basil, have a great one, safe one. We look forward to the program tomorrow.
Thank you very much, Tom.
Thank you.